Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can pick up ammo naturally while on the back of a horse, but I can't actually collect stuff like flowers and things. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, it looks like I better find a diamond in the holy name of God. In the name of Jesus, I better find some resources, shouldn't I?
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting those assets will raise our GMP. Anti-air radar. Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier. That's communications equipment used by the outpost CP. It must be how they keep in touch with headquarters. If you destroy it, you might be able to cut off the CP from their HQ. Plenty of grapevines there. They're not bearing fruit, but they'll still provide good cover. That's a shed where they hang their crops to dry. It's a sturdy building. Should be able to take your weight.
I knew the black gold was special. Cashmere.
The objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Понял. Немедленно проверить и встать оперативную сводку. Конец связи.
Not gonna lie, homeboy startled the fuck out of me. There was no sign of him approaching at all. There was no noise. The game made him quieter than me somehow.
Понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
That searchlight's manually operated. A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Оборудование разрушено. Саботаж со стороны врага. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Всем боевым группам. Это КП. Боевые посты. Все подразделения. По боевым постам. это Зою-4. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
Didn't realize I could swing at people's ankles like that.
КП, это Зоя-7. Противник ушел из виду. Собираемся обыскать местность. Прием! Это КП, понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Out of ammo? Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away. Boss, intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a grasp of your surroundings. The role of the support chopper is to extract you and your targets from the area of operations. It'll respond to situations with support fire as needed, and you can use flare grenades to indicate the objective directly. That's the sturdiest building in the area. It'd be perfect for the target to hole up in. Security looks tight. Is that their command center?
Конец связи.
Thing is, I can't destroy like their communications equipment or any equipment without being heard or having some alert be raised. Like that's one of the things that's kind of like and I'll probably lose points for the fact that I was like heard. Probably not as much as actually being alert and, you know, them seeing me, but still. I'm gonna try to extract this dude out the mission because I don't actually want to kill him and waste, you know, him possibly being a good like recruit. I think that's what, you know, Ocelot kept hinting at anyway.
Boss, intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a grasp of your surroundings.
КП-59, телефон в секторе. Направление установлено. Ожидаю приказов. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкрути врага. Конец связи. КП-59, поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
I literally shot at him, not the light, but whatever.
КП-1, телефон в секторе. Направление установлено. Ожидаю приказов. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкрути врага. Конец связи.
And he's still walking around. Great.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Все подразделения на боевые позиции. Повторяю, все подразделения на боевые позиции.
Is there like a delay in the shot or something? Ain't no fucking...
Комплект, Дмитрий-1. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение. Конец связи. Противник ушел из виду. Собираемся обыскать местность. Прием! Это КП, понял. Они не могли уйти далеко. Будьте бдительны. Конец связи. Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost. He's coming too. Roger that.
What's the target? Looks like we found him.
Did he just wake up naturally?
Boss, I gotta say it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out.
Я поймал! Подожди, не стреляй!
Spit it out.
Я не говорю по-английски. Отпусти!
That's a shed where they hang their crops to dry. You get a better view from high places, but the enemy can spot you too. If you're up high, make sure you crouch or go prone.
Is there a more ammo-efficient way to break these things? Because I guess not. Wow.
Time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Roger.
I guess I can fulcrum him, but kind of want to save him. Didn't see a lot of diamonds in this area, but
This is B-Quad.
probably just missing them.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
You've been drafted. We have pizza parties every Wednesday and Friday. See, but what were the other mission objectives, man? Man, tell me what the other ones were.
Warning. Mission complete.
Fulton,
Guess it all worked out
Fulton.
in the end.
Only 2 alerts and it put me down by 10 grand?
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as
D-Horse. Dreaded horse.
needed. Good. You captured it alive. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba?
Hideo!
9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they
One of them,
wanted in.
none of them were speaking
They're
in
good men.
Japanese.
Our
Well, I
brothers in
think-
fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
I got me Hideo, bro. You should have gave him S rank on everything. I mean, he made the game. What the hell? What, they don't want to make him a Japanese speaker? Why not? Man, whatever. Oh, they're a volunteer. I'm like, I don't remember Fultoning any female soldiers. So are these all volunteers? No one that I like retrieved or what? I don't see how y'all are special volunteers when you're at like the bottom of the ranking. But I'm not gonna hate on y'all. Aha, there you go. Silent Mastodon. Extracted. So he can't interpret. Well, I guess it's different from knowing the language and being able to then transfer it to someone else's language. Yeah, like Ocelot said, that makes sense. You a D1 troublemaker. Get the fuck off my ship, bitch. I don't know why you got gold in letter D. Like, you ain't worth shit. Did I really extract that many people? Is it easy to like tell who's worth extracting? Because like I thought you could look at them and maybe see their info before you extract them, but it doesn't seem like it.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that's enough of that.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in most PF, the tribal area in Pakistan, but all of a sudden, he said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls.
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other, but one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there.
So was Ocelot playing a long game and gave you up to the
It was a
Soviets?
somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down through that fake inspection. They orked that power Cypher wanted. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new mother base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the mother base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The mother base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel
Why'd you
gathering.
spell it like heck
Think
instead
of
of
it
Hewick?
as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers.
I don't think I've ever seen a
agencies
like
to make
a
sure Diamond Dogs gets
acronym
work.
pronounced
We had those countries
wrong.
by the balls.
Can they be
That's our
pronounced
deterrent when we
wrong?
need it.
networking.
Like,
In
could
the
you pronounce
intelligence
ASAP?
community.
Sure,
Tadlip?
that's how we've grown this far.
Would that be
And when you
acceptable
go
if
out on
you knew it as
missions,
ASAP?
Intel from
Like,
Hewick
I
will
don't
be
know.
there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only
Or
reason
pronounce
I'm not
ASAP
dead
like
is that they needed to know
E-date.
where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
Eat a
That's why you
pee
made that ruckus at the zero
Eat
line.
dope.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat.
Kaz.
Then and I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, the
Homeboy
agencies
really
are
got
bursting
paid.
at the
Keith
seams for
Sutherland really
funding.
got paid for most of his
Boss,
lines being
let's start
cuz.
building up our Afghan presence.
Konami could have hired
What about a base
me.
in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
I actually
So
recently
it's prime real estate for a
fully kind of
mercenary.
locked in on all the
Exactly.
countries in the
Latin
world and their
America is
locations. I
close
feel really good about that.
But we have Amanda and her
There's only a
people to
couple
help
that
in
confuse me,
department.
and it's like ones have
And
similar
besides,
names and
The Seychelles
sounds.
government owes us a favor.
Owes us.
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted
Still got
to
to do
shake up.
capitals and
It
cities
came to
now.
a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled that. Led to some training work for, and when we put down a mutiny within their forces, they don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We'll have to find somewhere else.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base. And also as a chopper
I gotta look
resupply
what
vessel.
SIGINT means, because
Diamond
Donald
dogs.
Miller called himself
The word
SIGINT, but
diamond
what is SIGINT
originally
again?
comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Learn something new every day. Helicopter, helicopter. I guess that's the Fulton recovery arm. Does it like open up like a clip or something and then grab the parachute out the sky, or can you see it happen? Because like all I see is the balloon fly up and then disappear. Is there an animation where we see it happen? I'm assuming this is it, unless this is like a railgun. What's the difference between this and the very first one? It's kind of hard to tell. Do they have names? And now you want to show me what the hell the other ones were. Man, shut the hell up.